Breaking news! It's just been confirmed, and it's brought a huge sense of relief to fans. It's excellent news for the team. We have a lot to discuss here, so take a deep breath, get comfortable, and join me. Be sure to hit the like button and place your prediction for the matchup. I want to hear your opinion. Myles Garrett has officially been cleared for Sunday, and that alone should put any Browns fan at ease for this big Week 1 matchup against the Bengals. After appearing on the injury report with a hip issue earlier in the week, Garrett returned to practice on Friday, completed his full individual drills, and emphatically declared, ready to play. I had a little soreness yesterday. I'm fine today. No hesitation. No uncertainty. That's what you want to hear from the anchor of your defense. Let's be honest, when Garrett hits the field, everything changes. This guy has terrorized Joe Burrow every time they've faced off. 13 sacks in 12 games against Cincinnati, including 9 on Burrow alone. That's not just dominance, it's ownership. Throw in 27 QB hits, a couple forced fumbles, and even 3 passes defended, and you've got one of the most lopsided individual matchups in the division. The fact that Garrett's 100th career sack came against Burrow last December just adds to the narrative. He's the youngest player to ever hit that milestone since sacks became an official stat. It's historic, and it happened in a Browns uniform. On that same field, against that same quarterback, he's facing again on Sunday. But while Garrett is suiting up, another young talent won't be. Defensive tackle Mike Hall Jr. has officially been ruled out for the season opener as he continues to recover from a knee injury that required surgery last year. The second-round pick out of Ohio State had just returned to limited practice this week after passing his physical at the end of training camp. He got in some work on Thursday and Friday, but it's clear he's not quite game-ready. Hall showed promise in his rookie season before injuries and a suspension derailed things. His absence hurts, but the bigger picture is his long-term health, and this team wants him at 100% before throwing him into the fire. Linebacker Mohamoud Diabate, who's been dealing with a quad injury, managed to avoid any official injury designation. Same goes for undrafted rookie Easton Mascarenas-Arnold, who's nursing an Achilles issue. Both guys were limited in practice, but they're expected to be available. That's crucial because the Browns' defense is built on depth and rotation, especially under Jim Schwartz's aggressive, attack-first scheme. Having these guys in the mix adds to the overall flexibility and versatility that Schwartz relies on. Now, speaking of Schwartz, his fingerprints are all over this defense. Since joining the Browns in 2023, Schwartz has faced Joe Burrow 4 times. That means Burrow knows what's coming, but that doesn't make it any easier to stop. Schwartz's disguise-heavy approach makes it nearly impossible for quarterbacks to get a clean pre-snap read. When you combine that confusion with Myles Garrett coming off the edge like a missile, you start to understand why the Bengals are game planning specifically around Garrett. Joe Burrow admitted it himself, Garrett can win the game on his own if Cincinnati doesn't neutralize him. And that's where things get interesting. The Bengals are pulling out every trick in the book. They're planning to use tight end Mike Gesicki beside the tackles in some formations, clearly hoping to double Garrett when needed. But it won't be enough to focus only on him. The Browns still have Denzel Ward at corner and Grant Delpit at safety, 2 guys capable of making plays all over the field. Cincinnati's own coaches and players have said it themselves, the Browns' defense is loaded with talent across all 3 levels. It's not just Garrett. It's the whole unit. The matchup in the trenches might be the key. According to Bengals head coach Zach Taylor, the Browns' offensive line is one of their biggest strengths. All 5 starters have been together since at least 2023. That kind of continuity is rare in today's NFL and gives running back Jerome Ford a massive advantage. Ford knows how his line reacts. He knows when a lane is going to open. That kind of chemistry doesn't just help in short yardage, it can turn routine plays into chunk gains. On the other side, Cincinnati's defensive line is locked in on stopping the run. That was their recipe for success in last year's 2 matchups against Cleveland. In the first game, they held the Browns to just 72 yards rushing and came away with a win. In the rematch, Cleveland found more success on the ground but couldn't finish drives. Bengals defensive end Joseph Ossai made it clear, if they can stop the run, they can control the game. And then there's Joe Flacco. The 18-year veteran is stepping into this one with a chance to set the tone. The Bengals are aware of his arm strength, his experience, and his ability to read defenses. but they're also planning to force him into mistakes. That's the challenge for Flacco: keep the offense on schedule, avoid turnovers, and make the Bengals pay when they bring pressure. Bengals linebacker Logan Wilson said it best: the key is disguises. If they can confuse Flacco pre- and post-snap, they might be able to bait him into bad decisions. So with the health report in, the stage is set. The Browns are rolling into the opener mostly healthy, with their superstar pass rusher locked in and ready to wreak havoc. They're facing a Bengals squad desperate to finally start a season with a win after dropping their openers the past 3 years. It's a divisional clash with major implications, and it all goes down Sunday at Huntington Bank Field. What do you think about Mike Hall Jr. missing Week 1 and Myles Garrett's dominance over Joe Burrow? How do you see this playing out? It's impossible to overstate how much of an impact Mike Hall Jr.'s absence could have on Cleveland's defensive interior, especially in a game where controlling the trenches will be absolutely vital. While Myles Garrett is the headline, having that inside push from the defensive tackle position can be the difference between forcing quick throws or allowing Burrow to climb the pocket and extend plays. Hall was drafted to be part of that interior disruption, someone who could collapse the middle and complement the edge pressure. Without him, the Browns will lean on depth pieces to fill that void, and that rotation will be tested early by a Bengals offensive line determined to keep Burrow upright. And let's talk about Burrow. No quarterback has had to game plan around a specific defender the way he's had to for Garrett. Burrow himself acknowledged that sometimes Garrett is already in the backfield before he can even get set. That's not hyperbole, it's real. Garrett's get off, his timing, his ability to split double teams, and his pure power make him one of the few defenders in the league who can completely destroy a game plan on his own. And yet, Garrett's impact goes beyond the stat sheet. Even when he doesn't get the sack, he forces bad throws, quick checkdowns, or outright panic. He changes the rhythm of an offense. If the Bengals don't account for him on every single snap, he's going to make them pay. But it's not just about the defense. This Browns team, built by Kevin Stefanski with consistency along the offensive line and now armed with a veteran quarterback like Joe Flacco, is coming into this season opener with purpose. The Bengals might be talking about starting fast after years of slow Week 1 starts, but Cleveland has just as much riding on this game. This isn't just about going 1-0. It's about making a statement to the rest of the AFC North that the Browns are healthy, hungry, and here to win now. With a packed Huntington Bank Field, a fully activated Myles Garrett, and a defense ready to unleash Jim Schwartz's chaos from every angle, the Browns have a real opportunity to set the tone not just for this game, but for the entire season. If this defense plays to its potential, how far do you believe this Browns unit can take them in 2025? Drop your thoughts in the comments. This is going to be a battle. Don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to the channel for more news. Go Browns!